Good morning, guys. What's going on? It's your boy Greg here, and in this video I want to talk about two stocks in the airlines industry, United and American, and also Moderna. These three stocks are very interconnected through the vaccine, and they're all having a really bad day because of some downgrades. So what does that mean for us as retail investors? Should we be worried? I don't think so, and I'll tell you why in this video. So first off, let's open up United and let's see what's going on there. So United has obviously been on a good run, and it seems like just 2 weeks ago they were telling us, buy United, buy everything that's going to be a reopening stock, Wynn Resorts, buy Carnival, even though cruises are closed until like the end of February and canceled. United seemed like it was unstoppable, and now it's down. Well, why? One reason is because people need to take profits, and sometimes those people are bigger than us. So what we had was an analyst at, of course, JP Morgan, the king of all finances, the coolest guy in New York, says that we're going to lower our price target from 47 to 44, this baker guy, and he's going to do the same to JetBlue, even though they're really awesome and have great snacks, and he left Spirit at $25. Now, I actually own all three of these stocks, and I'm not going anywhere, and that's because these analyst guys are paid to have opinions, and a lot of the times, the more controversial, the better. But what we don't realize is that they're allowed to change their opinions quickly on a dime. They're allowed to downgrade these stocks to justify taking some profit, and then a couple weeks later, they love the stock and they buy it, and they catch it at the high point and the low point. And we can't always be that quick, but what we can do is add to our positions in a stock. I'm sorry, the camera keeps falling there. My tripod is up north right now. So that's the deal here. We're going to go down, and we're going to also see at the bottom, there's always a little bit of positive news. They said we're modestly increasing our fair value to 41 for a slightly better near-term cargo and loyalty program. I'm not sure what that even really means, but it's basically saying like we're going to leave room for more good news. And they cited that this stock had gone up so quickly that it had already exceeded its potential for 2021. That's ridiculous, because if you look at a stock like United and you look at where it's at now, $46, and then where its 52-week high was, that's $90. This stock has a ton of room to grow, and right now things are obviously operating still at very low capacity. Dave Portney had one of the best calls, what they're saying is one of the best stock calls of 2020, which was to buy the airlines and the cruise lines at the very bottom. And I don't think they're done growing, because this stock is down today, but clearly its upside is in the 90s. And if that call was right to buy it when they were down in March, when things were so uncertain and crazy, then it's still a good call to buy it today when there's more certainty. So I'm going to hold that same logic for United and American Airlines, even though United is the one I'm focusing on a little more. I have more personal experience there. So what's going on with Moderna, guys? Moderna, 95% effective. Now all of a sudden we don't care. Why don't we care about Moderna anymore? Well, it might be because Johnson & Johnson is coming out with a vaccine soon. It might be because Pfizer and BioNTech also have the current vaccine, although it doesn't seem to matter because Pfizer and BioNTech are also plummeting. The deal with Moderna is that it's just a newer company, and people like to trade it and make as much as they can off of it. So we can see the trend is up right now. That's great. I'm not just trying to look at the lines here, because there's obviously way more to picking stocks than looking at the lines. But what you need to know is that Moderna also is getting those downgrades from analysts so that they can take profit on it. And then once we get this stimulus done, get some money in the households and pockets of hardworking American families, then they can start focusing back on the vaccine, which is obviously coming out from Moderna. We need more than one vaccine, so it's not enough just to have Pfizer or BioNTech or AstraZeneca, which I think is behind. That's going to help Moderna in the future, and that's going to help Novavax too. They're big in Europe, and honestly, it just is unfortunate and it's painful if you have to hold these stocks through these declines. I know it is. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that, by the way, if you're experiencing some short-term pain. But the answer is not to run for the hills, because if you sell stocks like United Airlines and Moderna when they're down, then you go from, let's say, $1,000 you had to $900, and that's it. you just all of a sudden have $900 and you don't have any means of recouping it because you're out of the game. If you at least hold your stock, you'll be comforted in seeing that red percentage you're down, but that can go back up because you still have a horse in the race and you are still in it to win it. So I know it's painful that these stocks are going down. For now, what we should do is just share our experiences and save some cash because ultimately when these stocks are downgraded, what usually happens, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that you'll see the stock go down and then maybe hover a little, maybe even go down a little more, and then people warm up to it again and it starts coming back up. There have been so many downgrades of 2020 that just are like, where did that come from and why? Well, someone didn't like it, someone had a bad opinion, someone wanted to sell the stock and make profit. Happened with American Express, went back up. Happened with Tesla, we all know what happened there. Even happened with the likes of Apple, other stocks too, like I'm sure the retail ones you've heard of, like Nordstrom's and all. Now they're back where they want to be. How is Moderna connected to United? Well, this is the final point where I know they are both going to have a ton of success. United is actually flying the vaccines on board, and there could be almost nothing more important and essential to the world than delivering vaccines right now. We are just at the tip of the iceberg, so we are going to want to definitely put high value on the companies that are delivering those crucial vaccines to our households, and that's going to be a huge theme over the next few months. So as a summary, guys, when you see these downgrades, what you should do is just watch, get some cash ready and be ready and prepared to buy. Don't buy right away, though, because sometimes a stock is downgraded, like United, and it goes from down 2% to down 3.14%. So be there on the sidelines waiting, ready to put money in, and don't give up hope, especially if the trend is in your favor. The trend is your friend. Similarly, when a stock is upgraded, you can expect it to go up a bunch and then maybe pause and then climb more. But then you're going to want to start thinking about taking profits because all of a sudden, in the dark of the night, someone will sell that stock, even if it was upgraded, and that person could be way bigger than us with a ton of shares, and then it goes down. So that's just how you got to look at these upgrades and downgrades. The downgrades are not the end of the world, and they're actually a good opportunity for us. And yeah, I'm still holding the thesis that the reopening play is very big. All these stocks like Delta, American, United are giving us good opportunities to buy into them. That also goes for the cruise lines, which I'm pretty sure are also down today because that's just what they do sometimes. Yep, so they're struggling. That goes for casinos like Wynn Resorts, anything to do with Las Vegas. And yeah, with these stocks like Moderna and Pfizer and Novavax and BioNTech, they're a bit speculative. So if you've made money from them in the past, just be happy about that. And yeah, they're 95, 94% effective. They're not going away. So keep in mind that sometimes people buy the hype. Like as the vaccine gets better and better, they keep buying it in terms of the news. And then when it's arrived, they sell it because they sell the actual news itself. Keep that in mind so you're not tricked in the future. There's always a little bit of trickery out there. And yeah, just make sure that you have some cash on the sidelines, and hopefully the majority of your cash is in more stable investments, like the Apples and the really good index funds of the world like ARK, which we'll be talking more about in the future. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to get your 4 free stocks from Webull. They're going to be giving them out to anyone who deposits $100 in your account until the end of December. So you still got time to get those free stocks. My Webull account, as I've said before, is actually doing amazing because it's just kind of fun money. I'm allowed to invest and be more carefree, more stress-free, and just that helps me actually pick companies that are actually going to do well in a sneaky way, like Chewy or DraftKings or Peloton. So get on board with Webull. That way you can buy all these stocks. It's free to trade with them, and when you deposit your $100, you don't have to do anything with it. You can just let it sit there until your free stocks arrive, and then claim them and enjoy some free online earnings. I got Snapchat, Ford, JetBlue, Ford. Ford's gonna be big. I think this is a sign. It's gonna be $10 or $11 soon. So use that link below to sign up to Webull, get those free stocks. Let me know which ones you get. Let me know your thoughts on United Airlines, American Airlines, and Moderna. I'm sorry if you're going through some pain, but at least we can talk about it in the comments below. Make sure to smash that like button if you learned anything here, or post a comment, of course, with all of your insights to add. I really want to hear them below. And subscribe so you get our next stock and blogging videos, guys. All right, I'm Greg Ryan. Have a good day. I'll talk to you soon.